How's it going? Galore Wrestling Figures here. Welcome to another video. Today we are checking out For the Love of Wrestling 2025. Now I've been super hyped for this convention and it's finally here. We've travelled down with Jimmy Wrestling and AJWF, so go and make sure you check out their vlogs. I forgot to film an intro for this whole vlog, so there will be some voiceovers in this video and there will also be me talking at the event. So suppose without any further ado, let's get into the BEC arena. For the Love of Wrestling, go and check out the figs. It's looking big, so most importantly, let's get to the fig. So we're finally in here to check out all the figs, and first things first, we've got some wrestling posters. You know, there's some cool posters on here, more sort of 80s and 90s stuff, but you know, quite cool stuff. Definitely saw quite a few people checking these out. One of Lita there was here last year who I did meet, so that was cool. And there's definitely a lot of non-wrestling stuff here this year that I can sort of already spot. You know, there's posters, quite a lot of them here, and some horror ones I think it is. Some more wrestling ones there. Some cool prints, posters, that's sort of what it is, but you know, we're here for the figures. So if you haven't been to this convention before, in the sort of stall area you look up and there is sort of something that says a map where everything is and where everyone's going to be. There's this guy here, I think it's DNA Toys. He was here last year, but there's a big crowd, so we'll just wait for that to go down and then we'll explore the loose figures. And then also it says Toys and Masks just up there. You need to get into that gap, see what's there. So Toys and Masks, I have ordered off these quite a few times and they have got quite a lot of figures, more recent stuff. Obviously I'm looking out for the punks, but there is a couple of punks that I can see. More recent stuff as well. That Ultimate Cena is quite tempting to get, and yeah, there's, you know, some cool figures by the looks of it. Just below me as well, on the desk, whatever you want to call it, there is a lot more figures, more Mock, Jax, Mattel, that sort of stuff. And I've just noticed as well, if you can see it, just down there is that Battle Pack punk. I think it is 25. I might get that just for the punk, even though I have already got a few. Next to it we have got Wrestling Trader, awesome guys as well. There's that Switchblade Jay White AEW. Not too sure on the price, but I do like it. A few defining moments, more recent figures here. No defining moments punks by the look of it. But, you know, he's getting the vault. There is the first dance punk as well. Get a closer look at that soon. Yeah, there's, you know, more recent stuff, you know, some Mick Foley stuff as he is here. I just want to squeeze into there and just sort of see the prices on everything. Some more Ultimates there as well, Bret Hart stuff, you know, some quite rare stuff to be honest, but there's that punk. I think it is at 45. It's steep for me, but it is a cool figure and I could definitely do with some more for customs. A couple of plaques down there as well. Shame there's no punk plaques, but I do like that Foley free pack. And to the right of me, I've just spotted our good friend Wheels, Figures, Game and Trains. It looks like he's checking out a lot of this Epic Toys stuff. It is cool, not my sort of stuff, but it is definitely cool. Sort of the retro style figures. There's his brother helping him pick some figures. He's got too much money, I know that. Seems we've also got this cool little store next to Wheels. 5, 6, 7, 8 collectibles. You know, quite a lot of, you know, more recent stuff. Quite a lot of it is, you know, quite new, so it's nothing too rare, but you know, if you're after more recent stuff, there's definitely a lot of it here. Some cool designs, posters to the right of me. Paintings as well. I did see the guy actually paint this thing, so that is quite cool to see. And of course I am cosplaying as the one and only MJF, so I am seeing some MJF stuff around me. There is also some of these cool lights. I'm not sure if who is selling these, but they are quite cool. Seems like this stall has got quite a lot of New Japan stuff, some Great Muta stuff as well because he is here. Quite a lot of cool stuff, more sort of old stuff, 80s, 90s, but I do like those New Japan figures. Not something that I would probably collect, but they do look cool, I will admit that. There are some New Japan greats there, some really excellent figures. Just overall a lot of wrestling memorabilia, to be honest. Just opposite that we do also have this stall, and I've just seen this All Out 2022 chair. You know, if you know, you know why that chair is quite cool. This is just more sort of wrestling memorabilia. There is some figures down there which I'll try getting a look at. But yeah, just some sort of more wrestling stuff. There's a cover of a magazine with Trish on. You know, of course I did meet Trish as well at this convention last year. That chair is very tempting. I think we were wanting a lot for it, but it is very tempting to get. And then it seems that there is some Elite, some more loose stuff down there. Quite some old Elites down there. I'm just checking them out now. More, you know, some Galoobs as well. I know they're quite hard to get mock. You know, just sort of overall a lot of wrestling memorabilia. Seems the stall next to this guy has also got some Elites mock. More sort of recent stuff there. You know, it's always cool to see just wrestling stuff in general. Some old, I think that's the NWA belt there if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, some, you know, just more wrestling stuff because, you know, wrestling memorabilia, who doesn't want it? Some looses down there. We'll get into those off camera because there is a lot of loose figures about. If I'm not mistaken, just around this corner it is the Rock and Roll Collectibles stall, so we'll go and have a look at that because good friends of the channel, Rock and Roll Collectibles. So it seems they have still got that Cody signed frame that they had last year, and I just want to sort of squeeze in there. There's a lot of people around, so there's a lot of pops that I can see, some Jacks down there. Of course there's the new Ring of, well not new, but Ring of Honor Vaults. I was tempted by that Kenny, I do quite like that. I do spot a return CM Punk, I've just spotted that, but I need to get in because there is a lot of people around. A lot of micro brawlers as well, that's cool to see. Yeah, there's the Punk, I need a look at that. So it is the return Mattel Creations Punk. I might have also got something else later from this stall. Quite a lot of AEW figures, MJF as well. There's that Walmart, and they are wanting 12 each for the AEW figures, which isn't a bad price. But there's an Ultimate Punk I've just noticed as well. Very tempted to get that for a custom. More Ultimates back there as well. I am seeing a lot of the Cody Ultimate as well, so if you need that, now's your chance. Some Legends back there as well. Some retro style figures. Definitely a lot at this stall, you know, quite a lot of cool figures. Just behind me there is quite a lot of stalls as well. Seeing quite a lot of loose figures around, but I think it's probably best just to look at those off camera because of how many there is about. Some cool posters, frames, that sort of stuff. As I say, quite a lot of non-wrestling stuff here this year, but you know, there is some cool stuff around. Some Mattel figures there it looks like, a couple of mock basics. Not a lot of CM Punks, I did think that there would be a lot more. I think I saw this stall here last year. Quite a lot of cool little sort of, you know, little plaques that are custom made, and then sort of some Hasbros back there. Get a quick look at those. Anyone that's into Hasbros will appreciate that. Some more frames, and then that's pretty much it for the wrestling figures. But you know, it's sort of more just getting a quick look at stuff, seeing what's there. So it was around this time me and a couple of others decided to go and check out sort of everything else that isn't figure related. So of course you've got the main entrance here, and it is big and there is a lot of people here. So there's the WCW stage. We'll go and check it out later. We're sort of just getting a quick look at stuff sort of now while we're here, and then we'll go and explore stuff fully. seems there's SoCal Val in the ring. And I think AJ and James did actually meet her, so I didn't get the honour to meet her, so hopefully next year I do get to meet her, because I wouldn't mind meeting her, to be honest. There is also a couple of stalls back here as well, some belts that I'm just seeing now. The thing with this is, you know, doors have pretty much just opened, so there is a lot of people around, so you've sort of just got to squeeze in stuff and just sort of see where you can see everything. So there is a lot of AEW figures here, sort of in general as well. There is a lot at this event. There's that Cody LJN, which is a cool figure if you're into that sort of style of figure. Some elites as well, some belts back there, sort of more stuff that was here last year. A couple of AEW chases, and I do like that AEW belt. That would go well with the cosplay, especially if they had the MJF custom belt. Just near that is when you sort of get to where all the meet and greets are, so if you want to meet any stars, get anything signed, it's all around here. You know, some cool stars here, so we'll see who we meet. Now, similar to last year as well, there is also a couple of little cool pieces down here as well. So there is this guy that if you want to get a tattoo, a wrestling tattoo, here's your guy to do it. There is a cool Punk one that someone has got, so that is cool. Of course, more stars down here. There is a lot of queues as well, I will say that. It definitely feels like there is more people here than last year. Also, there's that Slammy Award. Now, there is this cool guy that has a lot of belts on display. You can get a photo with these as well, so if you want to get a photo with any of these belts like I did, here's your chance. There is also a lot of these cool Japan style figures. I did see someone else selling these earlier. They are quite cool. Now, more stars down here as well. Heath Slater in the corner there, Fandango, Tyler Breeze, quite a lot of good stars here. So I think it's time I go and meet a star. So after about half an hour of queuing, it was finally time to meet Ashby Elegance, also known as Dana Brooke. And honestly, it was an honour to meet her, and looking back now, I'm glad that I met her. So I'm finally glad that I met Dana Brooke. So after bumping into AJ, I also met Deborah, who, believe it or not, for some reason was free to meet. So I'm so glad that I met her, because honestly, now I can say that I've met Deborah. Now, a quick stroll to the other side of the building, and we did see the Mountie, who was in the ring doing a live Q&A, so we decided to sit down and watch that for a while. Shout out to this cool Logan Paul cosplayer who I bumped into. Definitely a lot of effort that went into this cosplay. Seems like there's a lot of Progress Wrestling stars displays here as well, so we had a quick look at that. Maybe I'll be Progress champion one day, who knows. There was also the WCW Nitro stage, so I thought, why not go and get a photo with that? Quite cool looking, to be honest. Just as we was going to go back to the figures, we saw that Sabu was making his entrance for the Q&A.
You can't get past the seats though.
Now, as I was checking out the figures, I did also bump into a few people, so I'll show you all those pictures now. We've got the one and only Lana Austin. It was a pleasure to meet, and she was quite nice, so big shout out. We've also got this CM Punk cosplayer, of course, CM Punk MJF. This guy was actually a good guy to talk to. I didn't catch his name, but shout out to him because he also cosplayed CM Punk last year, so it was quite cool to see again. We've also got the Cody Rhodes cosplayer. Make sure you go and check this guy out on Instagram because he's a big Cody fan. The way he cosplays Cody's full attire, it's amazing. Cheeky face-off as well there. I think MJF would win, sorry to say it. I've also got a Rhea Ripley cosplay as well. Quite a lot of effort went into this cosplay as well. Of course, you got the belt as well. I know that is quite a cool piece. Also got my good friend Himesh as well. The Wrestleness. Make sure you go and check out his account on Instagram. More into sort of Hasbro's, but he's a cool guy to talk to. We've also got the China cosplay as well, and I believe that she has also been to a couple of other of these Ford Lover Wrestling events, so she's always cool to see. I also bumped into Dana Brooke's husband, and he was a cool guy to meet, so I thought, why not get a photo with him? So of course, before we all went, we had to get one group photo with the lads. The Figure 5, of course, we've got Jimmy Wrestling, Jordan 95 Wrestling, Figures, Games and Trains, and Mr. AJWF. All these guys, they're amazing guys, and this whole day was made a lot better by just these other 4 guys being here, and just to be able to sort of spend the day with them, see them, you know, once a year. It's good to finally meet them all again. So I suppose I'll see all these guys again next year. And that's pretty much a wrap for this year's For the Love of Wrestling. An amazing day throughout the full day. I did also manage to pick up some CM Punk figures as well. That was the highlight really for me. You know, a couple of cool figures. I thought, the CM Punk figures, I need them, so why not? Now the full day as well, it was an amazing day, you know, finally meet Dana Brooke. Everything about the day was good, and if you haven't been to this event, make sure you go next year. And I think that's pretty much everything. So thanks for watching, thanks for an amazing day, I'll see you next year.